Okay, we're in Venice, 3rd of September 2013. Just dropped off on our private shuttle, one group. Now we're heading from St. Mark's Square, the Doge's Palace. We will now be heading to the entrance to the Grand Canal. And we'll be dropped off at the Rialto Bridge. Only means of getting around is by boat. Perfect day. Weather is about 80 degrees, a little cool breeze. Gondoliers are plying their trade. The San Marco docks are used a lot by people wanting to go to other places. One of many canals, bridges over the canals. We have the ACTV water taxis, very reasonable to ride. The entrance to the Grand Canal. The gondoliers. There's David. The girls are inside. Incredible amount of boat traffic. Everybody seems to know where they're going. A version of the Statue of Liberty, in a way, and the statue. Groups of 6, 4 and 6, and the gondoliers, best way to go. Now, hard to see looking back into the sun. Indeed, a city built on wooden piers, centuries old. Piers are petrified, horizontal timbers are petrified, rocks on top of that have stabilized, and surprisingly, very little cracking is shown on the buildings from the settlement. Absolutely amazing architecture. Over each window is the figurine or head. Very much a Venetian style of architecture with the more pointed arches over the windows. Venice being a big trading center, you have the influences of the Persia, Europe, Asia, Africa. Kind of a melting pot, which made them very rich. Typical barber pole striping. And we're coming up on the first of 3 bridges over the Grand Canal. Ours will be the Rialto Bridge. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of this one coming up. Building on the left has mosaic tiles galore on the facade. Some buildings in need of repair. Some have been repaired and some are being repaired as we speak, as witnessed by the cranes that you see at various places. It's still amazingly architecturally preserved for this age, such a harsh environment. Construction is a combination of steel with wooden framing members. Water pipes underneath, I assume sewage pipes too. Venice being composed of hundreds and hundreds of little islands all linked together by the canals. Kind of an unusual architecture at the corner of this building. If a building is not being used, or a space is not being used for a building, there's green gardens that are a few and look very beautiful. Statues, color. Absolutely gorgeous city. There was concern originally about smell. There's no smell other than just saltwater smell. It does not smell bad whatsoever. Have not had mosquitoes or anything like that yet. Doesn't appear to be any high water at this time lapping up over steps and onto parkways. So we've arrived at a time it's supposed to be really good weather. Petunias blooming prolifically. Let's see where we're going. The Rialto Bridge is straight ahead. Grand Canal at this point, I'm guessing, is maybe a football field wide, maybe 80 yards to a football field in width. Plenty of room at this point for cars, boats to pass each other. Everybody's maintaining a speed that would not push a wake up into the side canals or swamp people, being very respectful to each other. The ride over from the airport is what we're on. Is a very nice ride, a little bit choppy, but not of any concern. Would recommend it highly. You exit the airport and then you walk, I guess, about 200 yards to where the docks are on this covered, plexiglass covered walkway. And then you can either make arrangements for a boat or, like we did through Viator, pre-booked a shuttle boat. Our party had 10 people. Cost that we paid for a pre-arranged shuttle for 4 people ran $28 a person, US dollars. Takes about an hour to get here once you leave the airport. So you get to see an awful lot, so to itself it's a great excursion. The Rialto Bridge is about the middle of the Grand Canal, and we're staying at the Hotel Rialto. So theoretically from our room we'll be able to watch this all day and all night. Looking forward to that. Last of a 3-city 15-day tour. Paris for 6 days, and then Barcelona for 5 days, and then here in Venice for 5 days. It's a Tuesday, we leave on a Sunday. Really look forward to seeing the city at night. As you can see by this building on the right, there are lights, and as well as on the canal, some of the pilings have lights on them. I understand it's very beautiful at night. Just a very pleasant breeze, just absolutely perfect day. More groups of gondolas, which makes sense, being the Rialto Bridge as a common destination, linking the west and east parts of Venice together. Very old bridge, but a bridge that also has shops. Similar to Ponte Sisto in Florence. Look at the beautiful flowers out of the balcony. Okay, coming up to one of the main shuttle stops for the city taxis, water taxis. The Rialto stop also happens to be where we get off. Very convenient. The Rialto Bridge. And it looks like we're going to be able to pull up in a private slip right in front of the Hotel Rialto, which above and behind it is a tower of church or perhaps a palace. Our front door to the hotel is absolutely totally convenient. There's our hotel. Rialto Bridge. We back up. We'll turn in. A wedding couple using the Rialto Bridge as a backdrop. And a sudden stop. But overall, pretty good driver. Welcome to Venice. Goodbye.